Hi, welcome back. My name is Cole.
And I'm Andrew.
And this is CTRL-AC.
CTRL-AC is the podcast where we talk about GPT and FSD for everyone.
Those are not diseases.
Two things that are being licensed to just about any company that's willing to pay for them.
Basically. So before we get into that, well...
Remember Beats?
Yeah. So I was going to say Beats have done it again, but I guess this is Apple. Apple's done it again. More headphones, guys.
I don't know who still is buying Beats headphones, because there was a time period where if you were cool,
you had Beats
headphones. What else would you have? Not Beats?
Right.
Imagine.
Because there weren't a lot of great quality options for headphones for a little while.
No.
It was basically Sony and Apple. Well, not Apple, Beats.
Right.
By Dre.
And then athletes wore Beats. It was the cool thing. And then they never made new stuff.
And then Apple literally just made AirPods in the AirPods Max.
You're right.
And that basically voided Beats.
So there are new Beats Studio Pro headphones. Of course, there's Pro in the name. The Beats Studio 3s are the headphones that you think of when you think of Beats headphones.
Right, the over-ear big headphones that people put the little covers on.
Those were released in 2017.
That was 6 years ago.
6 years ago.
Jeez.
They're 6-year-old headphones. And these now have better sound and noise cancellation. The ear pads are noticeably thicker. Transparency mode, it has lossless audio via USB-C. And it natively supports Android devices as well as working well with iPhones. The problem with these is they're $350 and they're 4 years too late.
Yeah, and has Beats ever changed their design? Because I have a pair of the original Studios in my desk at home.
They look
look identical, identical to this. They look nothing different.
A lot of shared parts. But Beats used to be the very best. And then while they just were raking in the money and not releasing new stuff, people slowly started to realize, if I can sacrifice the cool looking B on the side of my headphones, Sony and Bose have much better headphones. And through 2019, 2020, during the work from home thing, everyone was going out and getting
AirPods
especially, and then Bose QC35s and the 700s and the Sony WH-1000XM3s and 4s and 5s. Best name of a product.
Oh, yeah. And for better prices, too, because Beats have always been expensive since, ever.
Yeah. And the sound signature of Beats 2 used to just be bass heavy.
Right.
Because if you want to impress someone with any sort of sound, all you have to do is crank up the bass. And they'll be like, wow, these are really good, even if the rest is terrible.
Right.
So that's what they did. It was you wear these when you're working out. You get bass. You get intense sound. And then people realize, I'm paying a lot for this, and they're not that good.
Right.
But these are here. Wouldn't recommend these to a single soul. But
literally the only reason someone would buy these if they like the feel of Beats.
Yeah.
They're sweat resistant, which is nice.
They fold up pretty nice.
Yeah. But not maybe $200.
These are also made by Apple, and they have lossless audio with USB-C, which means that the next gen AirPods Max, I would bet, are going to have lossless audio with USB-C.
Which means the iPhone is going to have
Done.
USB-C.
Done deal. Confirmed.
Based on the Beats Studio Pro.
Logic.
This is interesting. So we all remember ChatGPT, right? It kind of boomed, and then people used it for cheating and stuff, and it kind of disappeared.
Side note here, there's an episode of The Daily from the New York Times where they interviewed teachers and students about ChatGPT, and you got to hear a college professor's perspective on it. It's a really great podcast episode, but it's all about like how he was saying the whole learning incentive of schools is kind of changing with ChatGPT. And it's like incentivizing kids to just use it to get the grade and not necessarily learn the information because your grade is so prioritized. But side note, but it's a really good episode all about how tech like this is sort of changing the whole education and not sponsored, by the way.
So Apple has supposedly been testing a AI chatbot like ChatGPT.
Mm-hmm.
What are they gonna do with this?
So they're working on their own generative AI, and it's kind of their own competitor.
Is this just a competitor to the ChatGPT app?
Pretty much.
I guarantee this is gonna be subscription based.
Or I think it was Quinn Nelson, Snazzy Labs, who did a review of iOS 17. Open
Right.
your phone real quick.
Opening my phone.
You see how on the bottom we have the search thing, this little search button, or you can just swipe down and you go to Spotlight?
Yeah.
He was saying Apple should integrate their ChatGPT into Spotlight on the iPhone and make that a big deal. You just swipe down, start typing, and you have your on-device AI stuff.
Okay, that would be sick.
That would be cool. Like an offline search engine, if it sort of downloaded the whole database of information. I don't know how that'd work, but that'd be sweet.
No, this would definitely not be on device. There's no way that this can be on device.
Or some stuff could be. Like creative stuff. Like write me a poem about the sky.
Right.
Like
well,
that could be on device.
Even still though, generative AIs use other sources of stuff like that.
True. I mean, ChatGPT runs off of a ridiculous amount of NVIDIA GPUs. So I don't know how your iPhone could run that.
Right. It's not going to be native.
It costs them like $1 million a day or something. It's insane. Like the amount of power that ChatGPT uses. But this is cool. I know Apple's been working on a search engine. That's also been a rumor to compete with Google.
Oh, like a search engine,
Yes.
not just a browser.
Like a search engine, like Apple Search.
Oh,
Good luck
okay.
with that. Getting
Right.
people to switch from Google.
It would say it into Safari, which we'll see.
That'd have to be so good for me to leave Google search.
Yeah.
But we'll see. This is kind of look, if they can take Apple GPT and make Siri good, then I'm all for it.
Siri
I'll
was
pay
so
for that.
bad.
It was bad, and then they actually put time into it, and it was competent, and then they sort of forgot like 2 years ago. Now it's bad again.
Like, hot take, the iPhone 4's Siri was the best. The
It
first
was,
time
and
they
then
released Siri.
Google Assistant got good. And then they were like, okay, let's bump Siri up. And then like 2019, 2020, they just forgot it existed.
Like, I asked my Siri to say, what time is it in a certain time zone?
Yeah.
And it said, sorry, I can't answer that one.
That blew up on Twitter. Someone said, what's the time in Paris? And it just didn't know.
Because I asked it, I was trying to find, I don't remember. It was something. I was trying to find, I think, it was an Australian time zone.
Oh, and it just didn't know.
It just did not know, and I had to go to
Yeah.
Google. First world problems, but like...
Right. What makes me mad is as soon as Siri says, here's what I found on the web, I completely just leave Siri. I'm not reading what she found on the web. I want this nice looking little pop-up with the information. It's like the meme where it's like when you Google something and it just shows web links.
Mm-hmm, and not the little boxes.
It just doesn't know. So if Apple GPT can fix that, imagine that on Mac Spotlight.
That would be amazing. Like, that would basically replace that app that you have.
Raycast, yeah.
Right.
That'd be sick.
Spotlight would be good again.
What's funny, too, is that in DubDub, they were talking about all these AI features.
Right. Which means
And
they're working on their AI.
But they didn't say AI.
Machine learning.
They always said machine learning, neural engine. Like, they never actually said
I think they said
AI.
AI when they were using their voice recognition.
I don't think they did. It was always some other, like, roundabout way to...
Okay, because artificial intelligence and machine learning are incredibly similar, but not the same.
Yeah.
So I think they're just using the actually correct term.
Because Google's just AI, AI, AI.
Right.
Sundar said that like 114 times.
And like, ChatGPT is mostly machine learning more than actual artificial intelligence.
Well, but it gets it right the first time, whereas machine learning would have to like fail and then
Right.
it's
But it's
both.
also pulling from a
But it does learn
database.
from you too. If you ask ChatGPT what's 2 plus 2, it'll say 4. And then if you say no, it's 5, it will say something like,
Oh,
you're
sorry.
right, it's 5.
Right.
And then if you ask it again, it'll say 2 plus 2 is 5. So it has that weird machine learning
Curve to it,
curve to it,
which is weird.
which is dangerous. It's like Wikipedia. You just change facts and then it says that for everyone else.
Like, it's like that whole thing with the Dan thing. Like, telling ChatGPT it doesn't need, like, it
Right.
doesn't need to run off of its moral things anymore, and you can essentially use it freely.
Did you see that there's a version of ChatGPT now
Yep.
with no
Yeah.
ethical, moral?
Yeah.
That's kind of dangerous
Literally the most
because you can
dangerous.
start asking ChatGPT, how do I recreate Oppenheimer in real life? And it will start telling you. So this is, I mean, Apple's is going to be so locked down.
Right.
It's going to have like the strictest.
Which I would rather it be locked down than completely free. Like,
We've all seen Age of Ultron. We all know what can happen. Anyway, speaking of Oppenheimer, second or tie for the biggest movie of the summer with Barbie. It's kind of a big deal. Part of the reason why it's a big deal is Christopher Nolan shot the entire thing in IMAX on 70 millimeter film and at 30 select theaters across the country. We're not sponsored, by the way.
hashtag not sponsored again.
At 30 select theaters, you can view this film in IMAX on 70 millimeter film.
Yes, that is true.
Should be a fantastic experience for whoever goes to see this. The coolest part about this is the official IMAX TikTok posted a video of the reel of film. And it's a 600-pound, 11-mile long reel of film for this 3-hour movie. There is a device. There's a computer that runs this, and the computer's job is to keep the audio and video synced up.
Right.
So it has to make sure that the film is on track with the audio track.
Right.
Pretty simple computer task.
Right.
The device of choice in 2023.
It wasn't a Mac Studio or the brand new Apple Silicon Mac Pro.
That's overkill.
Or not even a MacBook Pro.
It wasn't even an iPhone
Not
6.
even an iPhone. Not even an iPhone 2G.
That would be overkill.
That's too much. But try the legendary Palm Pilot. Technically, it wasn't a Palm Pilot.
That's the best part, too.
It was an iPad running a Palm Pilot emulator.
If you watch the video, there's a tablet mounted to the wall with an emulator going, emulating a Palm Pilot.
Yeah, that was happening.
Because that's the only piece of technology that has the software needed to run this reel of film in 2023.
It's like that.
This is the greatest story I've seen in a long time.
It's like that problem with a bunch of like tech companies never updating their computers is because they're stuck on Windows 95. Like I was in Florida for a couple weeks and we always stopped at this gas station. Both of their computers ran on Windows 95 and everyone always complained about it.
I mean, I think the thing is like no movies are really shown on film, so there's been no incentive to upgrade from the Palm Pilot. But it said the device it isn't actually the Palm Pilot. It's the Palm M130, released in 2002. It has a 2-inch 160 by 160 display with a
Pixels, by the way.
Right, pixels, with a 33 millihertz Dragon Ball VZ processor running on Palm OS 4.1, the greatest operating system to ever exist.
So basically, it's old.
It's pretty old.
Pretty old.
That's funny. Its job is to control the QTRU, the Quick Turn Reel Unit. And it says, for years, non-emulated M130s have been used in holsters in most theaters. But if they can't get one, so they emulated the thing. This is amazing.
This is actually crazy.
I actually love that. So if you go to watch this film in one of the 30 theaters near you, just know that the entire thing is at the mercy of a Palm M130.
That very well could just die while you're watching the movie.
Which it has. There's video of the movie just stopping because the film doesn't work. Dang it, Palm.
Darn it, Palm. This is why we keep things in development and roll out security updates 20 years after the phone is developed. Come on now.
You know they are sweating at Palm HQ.
Right.
Does
Palm even exist anymore?
They do. They made a phone a while ago.
That's right.
The little mini phone. It made headlines for a day.
They have Palm Buds Pro.
There's no way.
$100. They actually look kind of good.
There's no. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Palm Buds Pro.
Shop Palm. That's it. Palm Buds Pro and Palm Pro's bundle.
Such an original design.
Oh, Palm Phone. Palm Phone.
They got inspiration from no one. It's very original, the design.
Oh, this is a very small phone.
I would review a Palm phone.
How much is it? Oh, it's sold out.
Is it really?
Yeah.
How much is it?
Buy on Amazon.
It has face unlock. I'm telling you, they're ahead of the times. They always have been.
Hey, it's $220 and it's in stock on Amazon.
Look, if you're a representative for Palm and you'd like to send us 2 of those phones, we will switch from our iPhone to a Palm phone for a week. Gladly. All right, we're going to take a break. When we get back, we have Tesla news.
Ooh, always. Gotta love This Week on Elon.
Cybertruck. This Week in Elon. Control-AC is sponsored by The Complete Backyard. The Complete Backyard is a custom outdoor living space design and build company specializing in pools, cabanas, pergolas, outdoor kitchens, and your general outdoor living space. What they do is they work with you every step of the way to turn your boring backyard into your perfect dream backyard. For a consultation, you can go to thecompletebackyard.com.
Hi, welcome back from the break. So, as you know, we just talked about Palm, the company, with their tech.
Mm-hmm.
What about Palm? That's it. Like, just your palm.
Your palm.
With tech inside.
Yes.
Ooh. So, all Whole Food stores are going to let you pay with a palm scan. So, obviously, only the people with money who shop there are going to pay with the money that they have in their hand.
This is something Amazon started first. This is Amazon One, the service, and this is going to link your palm signature to your card. So look, it's really inconvenient to write a check at a grocery store. It's even more inconvenient to use cash. It's even more inconvenient to pull out a physical card. Then we have Apple Pay, but I still have to like reach up, tap the button on my Apple Watch 2 times and like take my wrist and put it all the way over to the scanner, exerting like effort.
See, this still isn't the perfect solution because you still have to put in effort, right? Like you still have to reach your hand out
and scan your palm to pay. See, I just need it to look at full facial recognition.
Like I don't even need to go to the store. I just need the food to show up at my house.
But see, with Instacart, you still have to pull out your phone and get it.
No, like I just need it to just know.
Neuralink, Elon's brain implant.
No, because that actually makes me want to think. I just need it to know already. Anyways, this is interesting. I think it's dumb. This is terrible. Let's not. I don't like tech inside bodies like that.
Look, my Apple Watch is fine. My Apple Pay is fine. That's about as low effort as I want it to be.
Is this actually a chip in your palm, or is this like a palm recognition?
It's palm recognition.
Okay. Wait.
I don't know how...
That has, like, the lighting has to be incredible for this to work. I bet it's like a light scan or something, like LiDAR, basically.
How different can your palm be? Because I know with, like, Apple's Touch ID, there was like a 1 in 100,000 chance someone else could do it. Face ID was 1 in a million. But how secure is your palm?
There's no way Face ID was 1 in a million. People made direct replicas of their own face and it didn't open.
Yeah, I don't know. They said 1 in a million. Because they have to, like, protect against it. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think there's not really a need for this.
No, I don't think there is either. But
people still use cash.
Right.
Like we're not at the point where we're so in need of a more convenient thing that we need this.
Like we went to QT yesterday and I paid with cash.
Old-fashioned way.
But
we need to go back to like silver coins.
yeah, just like pure metals.
Go to buy a car and you show up with bars of gold.
But biometrics are cool. I don't think they're as needed as people think they are.
It's fine on your phone. Like if the back of your phone scanned your palm, maybe. I don't care. That's fine. But I don't need the grocery store to have my palm information. Like it's not something that's needed. Speaking of something that's
not needed. So Tesla has offered before their charging infrastructure to multiple companies. Like they offered it to Porsche, who turned it down.
Rivian,
GM,
all that.
Yeah, right. So now, figures, Tesla being the nice guys that they are, they're giving other companies their full self-driving API.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Sawyer Merritt tweeted out, breaking, Elon Musk says Tesla is in early discussions with a major automaker to license Tesla's full self-driving technology to them. We don't know who a major automaker is.
It's going to be like Pontiac or something.
That's amazing.
Like Oldsmobile.
What's the most obscure? Like Renault, however you say it. Fiat,
Alfa Romeo.
Fiat gets the full self-driving.
Right. No, it'll probably be GM.
But GM has Super Cruise, which is fantastic.
Fair enough.
Ford has Blue Cruise, which is really good. So it has to be a big automaker that doesn't already have.
Might be Rivian.
No, but they already have their own whole map.
Or like
road
BMW
system.
or like Mercedes.
I don't know.
We'll figure it out soon enough.
Has Tesla worked with anyone in the past?
Not that I can directly remember.
But this is the same thing they did with the charging system. They took the biggest selling point of a Tesla, and they're selling it.
And giving it to companies to use as a selling point for them too.
Which probably makes them a lot of money, but at the same time, maybe it gets rid of one incentive to buy a Tesla.
Yeah. Speaking of getting rid of incentives to buy a Tesla, so you all know in your car, it has two windshield wipers that get most of the windshield, not all of it. They're not perfect, but they get most of it. They get enough.
We know how windshield wipers work. It's an established standard that we've had.
Which Tesla has on their other cars. But no.
The Cybertruck has to be different.
It's got to be different.
Look, we've seen the one windshield wiper that the Cybertruck has had for several months. We've seen it in person. It's just gigantic one wiper. It's going to be so much money to replace.
Oh, yeah.
There's no way O'Reilly has the wiper blade.
Just get two regular ones and just tape them together.
But we have a press image now of the Cybertruck running through mud. And it shows the wiper in action. And the wiper has gotten 2/3 of the window clean.
Yeah, it gets a solid 2/3. I mean, it's not terrible. Like, it definitely could be worse.
The passenger's not going to be able to see out of half of their side of the windshield. And it still leaves behind dirt streaks.
Well, it's covered in mud.
Yeah.
No windshield wiper is good.
I don't see why they would spend this much money on developing a wiper that weird.
Right.
And it doesn't even work well.
Like, they could just make two semi-large ones and just have them, like, counter each other. Like, one goes up, and then the other one comes up and down.
They make a semi.
Right.
Just use those wipers. That's a big windshield. Just use the... Does the semi have one? Tesla semi wiper. Let's see. There are pictures. Oh, no. It has one. There's no way.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, there's just one. Well, so they did use it. I don't know. Elon said that the Cybertruck delivery event is going to be later this year, which means that we'll have reviewers with videos out before the end of the year.
Yeah.
It's 2023. It's supposed to be 3 years ago. Better late than never, I guess.
It's like the Cyberpunk release.
Yeah. It's still going to be the coolest car review cycle 100%. Ever. The Doug DeMuro review of the Cybertruck is going to be #1 trending in seconds.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored once again. I can't wait. Whistle and Diesel's going to buy this.
He's going to buy like 10.
Fleet of them. I cannot wait.
It's going to be awesome.
That's about it for Tesla.
Yeah.
We'll see. Elon, if you want to send us a Cybertruck, we got you.
We are available to review it.
We'll make time. It'll be fine. It'll be difficult, but we'll make time.
We'll do it.
We'll sacrifice some things.
Yeah, of course.
We'll make it work.
Anything for you, Elon.
Last episode was the Motorola Razr Plus review that I did. I have an interview with Fox 4 Steve Noviello. I have that linked in the show notes. That was a really fun time. We talked about the phone and the upcoming Z Flip 5, which we should see in just a couple days. If that comes out and it has a cover display, then there's absolutely no reason to buy the phone. The Razr Plus, that is. So we shall see. In the meantime,
you can tweet at us.
Since Threads is gone.
On the platform with the explodiest of Teslas. I'm at Cole
with the wiperiest of wipers.
With the wiperiest of wipers. I am at Cole WWF.
I'm at Utterly Drew.
And we will see you next week. No, we won't.
You're on vacation.
I'm on vacation again.
See you in 2 weeks.
See you in 2 weeks, guys.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.